Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday. If you're here with me in the Discord or in the YouTube chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us. We have Big Sexy Spastrix, Cyrus, Amateur Genius, Julius, D Will Run, Alex, Gary Vibe Trade, Retberg, Trader Page, Dr. Purple Ape, Jinx, Big Sexy, RTR, good morning. Morning, Kirk, Astrid, Candle Sniper, Nathan, Billy, Lenny, Ricky, Yenrin, Double G, Tink, Darren, Freedom Shall Prevail, Jonathan, Eddie's Bong. What's up, bud? Mr. Moon, Mash, Trinidad, JP, Billy, Artem, Bull Shark, Richard Harris, Joe, Len, Yen, Marco, Big Kahuna, Justin, Matt, Tiger Trader, Jose, SW, Double G. Good morning. So we just had Mr. Bostic come out and say that he fully supported the 50 basis point cut that we just recently saw. By the way, let me go to the chart really quick. This is what I'm looking at over here. We're seeing this kind of bump uglies up here at 82 3/4, coming right back down. Still running that amazing trend that all the best moves happen right where we go live. Yeah, this beautiful push up, and now we are rejecting off the top there. I saw that Richard Harris called that out in chat. So some commentary out from Bostic. He does say that the 50 basis point cut does not lock in cadence of future moves. This is his prepared remarks that he just released right here and now at 8 o'clock. He said Fed is facing now two largely balanced risks. He wants a little time to pass before they remove their restrictiveness. He says there's a possibility of broad weakness in the labor market, and it's higher than what we've seen a year ago. Morning, Olympus Flyer Jim. Morning, Jose. He says, in this moment, I envision normalizing monetary policy sooner than I thought I would be appropriate even a few months ago. And the progress on inflation and the cooling of the labor market have emerged much more quickly than I imagined at the beginning of the summer. These are, again, the remarks out of Bostic. He's a voter. For the remainder of this year, he loses his voting rights next year. So he's been a hawk, but hearing him say that he supported the 50 basis point cut, it's pretty interesting. Morning, Fayano, Big G. We do have some news coming out this morning. It's going to be coming out at 8:30. Get the Chicago Fed National Activity Index. That's not going to move the market all that much. Instead, we're going to be looking at the S&P Global Manufacturing PMI. We get the preliminary September read because it's like halfway through the month. More than halfway through the month now. That's coming out 15 minutes after the open here. So that's the one that I really want to be watching today. We do have a lot of Fed speakers today. The first one, of course, Bostic, who's a voting member. Then we have two non-voters. We also heard from Kashgari earlier this morning. We did kind of bounce VWAP there. I'm curious if this is going to be an interesting takeout candle above 82 3/4 here. So I'm going to be watching and monitoring this, whether or not I want to take this. But Bostic being the most important one of the day, just kind of releasing his statement. He does say also that business leaders say pricing power has all but evaporated. That's the latest out from Bostic right now. He is doing a virtual conference on the economic outlook. And it's a live stream. There's no media Q&A. There might be audience Q&A that's going to be coming at the end of it. But we'll have to wait and see if we have any breaking headlines from that. I'll keep you folks apprised on that information as it comes out. Right now, we're just kind of diddling here. Let's see if we get anything showing up here in the 1 minute. Yeah, I do want to see this taking out that liquidity 82 and potentially making its way back down. If we saw a breach of the VWAP and the S&Ps to the downside there, it could be very interesting. But yeah, Bostic, the only voting member today. We heard from Kashgari, who can move the markets, but he didn't really. He came out earlier and said the Fed is going to be data dependent, which is nothing new. It's just the same old rhetoric that we've been hearing. So nothing new out of that. Goolsby is going to be speaking at 10:15 today. He's a non-voting member, but he can move the market. And then we have Kashkari again at 1 p.m. So that's it as far as news today. So I'm expecting that we will see a little bit more of some volatility being generated from Bostic speaking right now in this live stream event. So again, I'm watching up here at 82 for a potential takeout of the liquidity up here. We did reject below there, just below the VWAP again. And we're also seeing the S&P kind of respect the same pattern here. If we're looking at equities, we are seeing basically the biggest boom in equities is coming from Meta right now. I'm guessing that's due to their buybacks, unless I'm missing something. But over the last few sessions, September's been a very bullish month for Meta. It's now trading up at 569 currently. We also saw Apple coming out of the gully of despair in September and trading much higher. We saw, on the, we had kind of the low pre-order numbers for the iPhone 16, but they've since recovered from that news. We're seeing Amazon extremely bullish and then Google as well coming out of the valley of despair. So we'll have to see whether or not we have continuation through this week. This week is going to be a very important week as far as news goes. We do have a lot of things on the docket. We have most of the Fed speakers that are packed in early today. Like I said, only two of those members being non-voters. I'm sorry, only one of those members being a voting member and the other two are non-voters. On Thursdays, we have more speakers. We're going to be hearing from Bowman, Collins. We're going to be hearing from the man himself, Jerome Powell, Williams, Michael Barr, Janet Yellen. It's going to be a jam-packed day on Thursday, so that's going to be the day that I'm watching out for the most volatility. Rips, I got a question. Can you please answer? Could someone on TopStep take a long on a mini contract NQ and a short on another combine using the micro NQ contract? No. Any kind of funny business like that, you're going to get smoked. They're going to ban you. I actually got some DMs about people getting banned, and they were doing similar things to that. The question becomes is, why would you want to be doing that? Why do you want to go long in NQ and short in micro NQ? It's the same thing. Can't do that. Bostic is a brand of glue over here. Where are you located there, Yanran? Would they not get banned? Yeah, they would get banned. Here's an idea. Just trade normal trades. If you have to ask if something's okay to do, then it's probably not okay to do. Going long in the S&P and then short in the NASDAQ is perfectly fine. But trying to do some funny business where you're doing one account long and one account short and doing all this crap, very likely you're going to get banned there. What if you have a long position, long you scaled out of MQ and you want to scalp short on NQ? I mean, again, if you're doing real trading, it's fine. But if you're not, then you're going to get smoked. Yeah, don't do anything. Anything that you do like that, you're risking getting banned. So the answer, if you have to ask the question, the answer is probably you're going to get banned. So I just would try to stay away from that stuff. All right, we are rejecting above 82 here. I'm trying to see if we have a setup for a trade. We have so much liquidity down there back in the 70s. I'd really like to see it push higher and potential blowout here, but we do see a lot of cappers up top. Yeah, you can do a pair trade like long SPX and short Dow. Yeah, of course. Like you can do long S&Ps and short NASDAQ, for instance. But if you're trying, if you think you're going to have like some profitable way to like rip off prop firms, maybe it works for a month and then they sue you. I don't know. Or you could spend all this time like trying to learn to trade instead. That's what I would say. Like G-Line says, if you learn how to trade, you don't have to do funny business. Remember, you only be right half the time. Yeah, there you go. I feel like there's a large number of people out there that are more interested in trying to game the system versus just like spending that effort trying to trade. So, yeah, I don't know. Just trade. Weird, right? Morning, Shelly. What's up? Looking for any new news coming across the wire here from Bostic. Nope. Looking. Any new notes here? Kashkari's on CNBC. Dude cannot get enough of this stuff. You do a quick trade, then 20 seconds, or is that again? No, you can do very quick trades for sure. I do very fast trades. Yeah, you can do very fast trades, no problem. Not a big deal at all. Very, very simple. They're probably the same people that did the Chase glitch. I saw that. Like, I don't have a TikTok. That's a lie. I do have a TikTok. I just don't manage it or anything. But I've never actually had TikTok on my phone. I know it's crazy, right? Never actually had TikTok on my phone, but somebody was sending me videos about people that were like withdrawing money from Chase, and oh my gosh, how did they figure it out? What do you think is going to happen? No such thing as a free lunch in this world. Maybe there's a temporary free lunch, but it's going to get locked out. What can we do about these influencers who go long on Top Step and short on Apex, and when they share their big wins? I don't know. All I do is trade on Top Step. So I don't know. Yeah, good old bank fraud. Fun times. Top Step has us on the September contract still? What? How's that even possible? What's your platform? Top Step X? Anybody else on the September contracts and Top Step X? Is that real? I've never even seen that. I thought they rolled it over a long time ago. Seeing a lot of no's. You might be alone in that one, Ricky Norris. Yeah, it rolled last week. I mean, it expired on, what is it, the 20th, last Friday. So I don't even know how that's real. December for a week now, yeah. I don't know what you're seeing. Reboot the browser. Let me open up my Top Step X. Let's see. Loading it right now. Let's see. And yep, that's the December. So don't know what you're seeing. Yeah, it looks like we missed our short from 82. I wanted a bigger grab of liquidity, but what does house account means in Top Step Live? It's their own account. Why, was there an email about it or something? The only one I see on Top Step X that hasn't rolled over in micro crude oil. What's the crude contract on? We should be on. Let's see. We should be on the November contract in crude. So that's what I'd be looking at. Short from 84 is a nice trade. Sick. Wish you would have told me up at 84, not at 70. Been short from 82 for over an hour and a half now. Power went down. I didn't exit the 40. So, oh yeah, I see. Yeah, you were up here. Just collected 16 ticks off 72. Nice. How long did it take you from getting the mail from Top Step about them monitoring your account to actually getting a live? I mean, it was a long time ago, so I don't really remember. I mean, just continue to trade well. Don't worry about it so much. Ask Julius. Julius, what's your position? The people want to know. Everybody wants to know what's going on with you. I get a lot of questions about that, actually. Like, I don't know. It's strange to me. I mean, if I wasn't a public figure and I wasn't trading on YouTube and trading in a group and on Twitter and all this stuff, I mean, I wouldn't really care about being put in a live account personally. I would just continue trading and taking payouts. Long 73 may cancel it. Interesting. Off the VWAP there. I mean, you're up 4 points, so. Dakota nailed a beautiful reversal on ES on Friday for the house count 20 contract. I saw Dakota take a huge trade with Coach Jay. I think that was on Friday. It had to be on Friday, right? Yeah, that was on Friday. I was getting my haircut. I saw Coach Jay and Dakota nail a monster. It was sick. Like a 40 contract trade. Those points were looking good. Thanks, Doug. For the trader, having a live account versus an express funded account makes no difference. You were money either way. Yeah. I mean, if you're getting the email about you're trading well, just continue trading. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it. I heard a lot of people that they get that email and then they get smoked, you know? How much was that trade worth, by the way? Hi, Rips. I have Top Step X. I am on September contract, not December last week. Did you try refreshing the page there, busy nerd? And by the way, you could just put that in the main chat. Did you get a haircut or did you get all of them cut? Not all of them. Most of them, though. I woke up to a 4.6 earthquake in Bali on Saturday. My bed and villa was shaking. Wild way to wake up. That's wild. Ooh, that's nuts. 30K? Yeah, that's a sick trade. I mean, out of all of the people who trade the house account, well, I think that Dakota might be one of the best. I mean, he's one of the few people on Top Step that has actually traded that type of size in his own Top Step live account. Where do you share your daily levels before the market open? Market Clubhouse, baby. Yeah, Dakota wanted to go bigger. I saw that. He wanted to make it like a 100 lot position. And it's just funny too, because like he's dead serious. You know, he's dead serious about it. And then he's like, yeah, I want to do this and that. And then people are like, wait, what? Really? It's like, well, yeah, dude. Like, what do you... I don't get why they get so scared when he starts talking like a bigger position. I really don't understand that. All right, busy nerd, you got to put this in the main chat. Stop DMing me, please. He used to trade 20 and 40 lots in his own live. I mean, bigger. I think he traded like a 50 lot position. How to not get caught in a sideways market. Wait for consolidation to break. Pick a side. Why wouldn't they get scared? Is he a market maker? I mean, if you have confidence in a position, it's all relative. You know, size is all relative. If you're taking a one lot position versus like the only size that matters if you're doing like tens of thousands of lots, because then it's difficult to get out of a position if you have a huge size. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're trading 10,000 contracts, it's a different story because you're going to have to, like right now, if you had a 10,000 lot position and you're trying to get out, I mean, these are ones and twos that are trading right now. Good luck. 10,000 contracts, you got to peel out. Usually you're going to do that with an algorithm, but try doing it manually. It's going to take forever. But, you know, if you're getting up to like, and it's an active market, the market's open, you know, getting out of 100 contracts, not that big of a deal. I think the account was down 25K at one point until Dakota brought it back. Yeah, that's what he does, though. Candleslinger says, hey, Rips, I'm $297 away from passing my trading combine. Question is, does it have to be the exact same amount or could it be over that? Go to your dashboard. It'll tell you. Usually, no, it's not that exact amount. There's often days where it's like, depending on how I'm trading combines, I have some that I passed with it's like a $161,000 balance, but you know, I made like $2,000-$3,000 that day. J2 was saying about adding 50 lots and Andre was confused. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, they were very, very strong on adding to that, and they would have been like a $60,000, $70,000 trade. And again, it's all relative, you know. Hold longer with no partials. Beautiful to watch the calm in his voice as he called out the orders was inspiring. Yeah, I agree. I just wish they'd listen to him more often. He's one of the best traders. Like, people have seen him lose and people think like, wow, oh my gosh, he lost. He must not be the best trader. It's like, dude, great traders lose too. Like he's one of the best traders on Top Step. Him and Rafa, dude. Rafa are like, those are the top two in my opinion. Then you got Jay, Nick Vertick, D. Great traders. What's your margin on a trade of 50 or 100 contracts? I don't trade 50 or 100 contracts. What are you talking about? What's the difference, live or express funded? They're basically the same thing. How does Dakota sleep at night with 10 contracts on? 10 contracts, I mean, to Dakota is not that much. I mean, if you traded real money before, like, you know, you sleep all the time with options positions on or equity positions on overnight, multi-days, multi-weeks, you know. Basically, if you're willing to risk 50K, then you have to have a position to lose or make it. He is really good in what he was saying. Yeah, I agree. At what point it gets complicated to go in and out, would you say in the ES, how many contracts? Tens of thousands. Never anything that you and I are going to trade, especially on a prop firm. You're never going to have liquidity issues. Liquidity issues come from, like, retail traders can have liquidity issues if you're a larger size trader and you're trading small caps. There's where you're going to run into liquidity issues. Outside of that, it's something you're pretty much never going to have to worry about unless you're trading like some really thin options contracts. But these are things that most, like 99% of the people that are watching right now are never going to have to deal with any of it ever in their entire life, period, end of story. 99.9% of the people who are watching right now are never going to have liquidity issues with anything that they're ever trading, period. Like ever. Let's see. He has defined risk and accepts the loss before he takes it. I mean, that's what makes him one of the best. He doesn't care about what happens in the grand scheme of things of the trade. Like, he has his idea for the trade and he just takes the trade. Simple as that. Still holding a short from 74 here. Good luck. Go over on the second day. If you go over on the first day, it adds additional requirement for consistency. But yeah, but if it's like the 9th day, you can definitely be over as well. Traders don't understand if you're going to trade like Dakota, buy are going to get hit a lot before the trade finally works. Yeah. On live, you can't move the market, not on XFA. I mean, again, on the live account, you're really not going to move the market. It's just, you're not going to have enough contracts to move the market there. Dakota's losses are never that big, but his wins can be massive, really good trade management. Yeah, he's one of the best. He really is. We bounced again the VWAP in the S&P, so, I mean, not a lot of great price action so far. It's just kind of swapping between the highs and the lows here. That wasn't a clearly defined low for me to go long there. We do have news coming out in 6.5 minutes here, though. Is that an indicator on the right showing auction theory? Is that volume profile on the daily time frame? It's visible range. VRVP, visible range. So if I change the visible range, it's going to change the volume profile. Right? It'll show me the visible range volume profile. I can see the volume profile for just what I'm looking at here. Very powerful. Yeah, I'm still not seeing anything. We're just bouncing off the VWAP there in the S&P. So the news that's coming out here in about 6 minutes that I think that can actually move the market around a little bit. It's going to be the Chicago Fed National Activity Index. And we also get the Canadian housing data that's coming out, but I expect the Chicago Fed National Activity Index to move the market a little bit more. Let's go ahead and get these likes up. Try to get it up before the poll. We get to 500 likes, before the news, rather. 500 likes, we will do a poll here. What's up, Broccoli? Yeah, let's do the poll. Let's do the poll. I'll be right back, though. And we're back. What's up? Can I send you a t-shirt? Sure. Why not? Good morning, Rips. Down with the break. How you doing, buddy? Better than I should be. How are you doing? What are my VWAP settings? Here, you pause the video. Right there. Session HLC3. Go back and pause the video if you want. Dakota takes dips trades, so you're going to have a low win rate. There's no way around that unless you scalp small and not hold. Gotcha. How is poker? Good. Can you show the settings of VPBR? Yep. Go back and pause it. There you go. Pause the video. There you go. Who DF is Fed Kashkari? He's a Fed speaker. All right, we are waiting for the, we got 1 minute now until the Chicago Fed National Activity Index. So we're expecting negative 0.2. Negative 0.2 is what we're expecting here. Let's see if we get any volatility on this print. Let's see. We are pushing up right to that area of liquidity. Big area across the board on all indices. Let's see if we actually get that push here. Mm-mm-mm. 10 seconds. Plus 0.12. 0.12. The prior was revised lower. Let's see if we run into overhead liquidity here that we could short and then just short it back down to the 60s. But let's see. Watching. I'm watching here up at 82, seeing if we have any kind of clear rejection that we could short into. Not seeing a lot of buyers up here. Just kind of sitting here. No transactions right now. All right, I'm going to try a little bit of short here at these 80s. I'm putting my stop just above the area of liquidity here. So just seeing if we can kind of get some defense up here around this 85 level. Yeah, if we do, then we can add into this and try to catch this flush back down to like, it would be nice if we break 70s, get into the 60s. Be pretty sweet. See what happens. I use Bookmap. I don't use Motive Wave. Bostic just said he does not expect unemployment to increase much further. So he's doing audience Q&A right now in his live stream. He's a streamer too. How about that? No flashing red signals in the labor market. Boy, we are just sitting here. Literally nothing happening. Lovely. Let's see if we can get this push back down. What's up, Brian? Ferrari Phil in London. You hanging out with SW out there? Trading the London session? Kind of pushing back up to these 85s right now. We do have a lot of liquidity that's like 85, 86. So that could be an area that we could add to unless they swipe this and they just go moonbound. Let's see. There's some sellers, but they're absorbing it. I don't really like the absorption. Literally just sitting here after that Chicago Fed National Activity Index news. Let's see. Some overhead supply showing up. It's just bluffing, though. They're putting it up and they're taking it down, putting it up and taking it down. And they're pushing back up again. Literally just hanging around here. I mean, they could swipe all the way as high as 92. That's the thing. Morning, KG. What's up? Yeah, we are literally like in a 3-handle range after that print, doing nothing. Super annoying. I'd like to see a break of 80s and then we can just kind of push into this a little bit. Be solid. Locked in 995 on 50. 506 XFAs during London session. 3 more days for a payout. Nice. I've never traded 506 XFAs myself. That's a lot. That's a good amount right there. Oh, on 50 XFAs. Well, still, I mean, that's still really good. Myself, I'm still I'm a 5 XFA trader myself. What's your most prized possession? Our family in here. That's the most prized possession in my life. Let's see here. We're at the 80s still. This is just lovely, lovely price action. We might have to start the stream a little bit earlier from now on, like maybe 30 minutes earlier. I wonder if there'd be people around for that stream. We end up missing all these great moves. We've been literally sitting here with 1 minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 minutes in a 4-handle range. Lovely. Yeah, like Dom Toretto says, family. Love our family in here. Definitely our most prized possession. No? Is anybody else trading this extremely exciting, blistering, breakneck speed price action here? Is it just me? Been long since under 70. Good luck to you. I mean, Globex is boring, but this is next level. This is next level price action here. Been chopped up all morning. I'm sorry, Jimmy. We've been trading this exciting price action right here. Super exciting stuff. Gotta love it. How many ticks is your take profit and stop loss? Take profit is infinite. Stop loss is 60 ticks. 60. And we are pushing up here. So we take the market short and go straight up, as you do from time to time. Move that up actually a little bit more. And I will look to add into this if we can, like I said, 92. My stop's at 91. Hold on. I need to move this up to like 94 just in case. Where's the thing? There we go. Okay, so this is where I'd want to be adding if we can get a rejection here. We are doing a little bit of a sweep into these 90s. This would be the area I'm watching for a rejection, clean rejection. See how much they're opening this up here. Okay, adding right there. See if we can find the brakes on this push back up. There's a nice little sweep of liquidity up top. I want to see it's below 85 now. See if we can beat the brakes off this thing. Watching here. Seeing how much of this liquidity that they want. Okay, adding right there. I want to see this absorption at 84 going away. See if we can get this back down through here. Watching. Let's see one more dip into that 85 area. Give me the confidence for what I'm looking for. Okay, right there. And we should be able to just break into those. There we go. A little bit more. Give me a little taster. There we go. Now we just need to see that continuation. And everybody goes home happy. They're still capping 84, 85, which I like to see. It's just tough to read when it's moving this slow. A little bit tougher to read. They're pulling and stacking orders, which I don't really like. You know, they had a huge stack at 85. They just pulled that. Not really a big fan of that there. I want to see them maintaining that stack size at 85. Not getting that confirmation now at 85 that we saw earlier. So 85 might be an absorption point, but let's see. Just watching here. We do run into a potential algorithm coming on about 2-3 minutes here. So I want to see confirmation back through 80 before we... It's just tough to see it coming because they're pulling and stacking 85 rapidly here, which I hate. Like they're trying to entice the price action back over to 85 here. So let's see if we can actually have a clear rejection. We can actually try a little micro scalp on top of this. Let's see. Watching here at 88. Big absorption up here again. Yeah, they just tagged it. That's a bummer. God, they swept. You see that sweep at 95 there? They swept it all the way to 97. I expect that big of a sweep. Let's see if we can get back in here. Do you see how big that sweep was? All the way up to 97. 97 and a quarter. Absolutely insane. And then we're going to go right back down. I guess we could have had our stop like above 100. But you know. Yeah, I mean, there's a huge amount. I mean, you see the amount of volume that was in that sweep right there. You can see it's an outlier of volume, but somebody's defending it. Let's see if we can nail this properly here. I'm still liking this short, but I didn't expect that big of a sweep. I mean, there's a ton of contracts. It's hard to see that coming, you know. Also, Bostic talking right now doesn't help us all that much, but let's see if we can get back in here. Definitely not the move we're looking for. Trying to time this again. All right. Back in here. Don't like my entry, but it is what it is. A huge draw of liquidity. A lot of stops pop there. We have to get back down through the 80s for confirmation now. Break of those 80s would be super strong. All right, let's see if we can get back down into this here. See if we get this clean confirmation. Okay, add it right here. Now we're going. See if we can actually get this whole sweep now. I'm gonna be quick on my trigger finger here. Because if we get the sweep below the 80s, it's gonna really go. It's gonna fall right out of bed. Okay, adding. Show me that sweep below the 80s and we'll start to roll super hard here. Let's see if we can get the sweep right below the 80s. We get this to fall right out of bed. And if we would have had our stop just a little bit higher, we'd be in the business right now. But that's just the way it goes. We just have to clear out these 80s here, and we'll start to sweep. Right now, there's a little bit of a stack right under 80 here. But we should sweep right through it. Especially with how deep that draw was. That was like exactly what we're looking for on this type of pattern, but just had our stop a little bit low. I didn't expect them to perk it that high. See if we can get through this 80 pole here. Just have to get through this little mess of liquidity. We start to roll it. Very big area here. Just want to survive this perk. Okay, watching 80s now. Looking for this to barrel through 80s. See this forceful push here. Yeah, they're just holding it there, those 80s. We really need to see it here and now. Right at these 80s. Need to see this roll. Watching. So if we can get this confirmation right through 80s, we have a target of like 69 and 70. We need to see this forceful push right through 80s right here and now. So let's see if we can get through this. Right now it's bouncing off the 7 EMA and the S&Ps as well. Check the S&Ps here. Yeah, I see that. 300 plus contracts there in the S&Ps. So if we swipe below that, we should be able to get that confirmation that we're looking for the swipe through the 80s and the NAS as well. Watching 80s. Yeah, they're still not pulling it. Let's see. Watching the S&P here. There, they took it. S&P's got swept. Nice. Let's see if we get confirmation now. Watching. Okay, adding. See if we can get the full size sweep down to 69. Yeah, they're still absorbing a lot here at 75. Somebody's front running 75, which I hate. One more active push. All we need through 75 here. Slightly active push will get us down into that 73 lick. A little bit more. Dang it. Somebody absorbed that 74 push. Let's see if we can get down to that 73 level right there. There we go. Nice pull. I actually have to walk that up. Okay, 4 contracts. Stop at break even. Yeah, that's what I was worried about, is that walk right back up. So even though we got stopped out on that draw of liquidity, the trade idea is the same. We just had our stop misplaced on the initial idea. So kind of annoying, but whatever. What are you going to do? We're right at VWAP now, and we're almost at the S&P VWAP. Yeah, I mean, that volume candle, it sticks out like a sore thumb, you know, right there. That exchange is beautiful, but like, look at where our stop got ticked. Annoying. It sucks. Nothing we can do about that. I tried to move up the stop too, but should have had our stop at like 101. Oh well, what are you going to do? We could have added right there, right when we saw that exchange, but yeah, just annoying. Oh well. We're dealing with like a little wrestling at the VWAP here. I'm actually going to take off 2 more here. If we can get this little tickle. Move that up. 3 ticks. What are we at? 73. I got to move it up right to the session VWAP there. I don't want to chase it too much. Should be, oh, point of control just moved too. So we should be able to get this right here. There we go. Stop now to break even there. Cool. Let's see if we can actually get that 69 target that we're initially looking for. Yeah, now we're going to get that beautiful, beautiful. I think now we get S&P VWAP to the downside. There's our 69s. Anybody actually hold that all the way to 69? That's a beautiful trade if you did. In fact, do this. See if this works. Oh, that just pulled me right out. I was trying to do one of my buttons that gets me, whatever. There we go. Stop moving down. Hold until 63. I mean, I don't hate it. It is what it is, right? Yeah, it's tough. I mean, if there's, there we go, we got stopped out. If there's anything that you can learn from a trade like that is that there's I forget which book it's in. I think it's in Trading in the Zone, where he talks about like, wow, look at that reversal now. Good covers there down there for anybody who got that. Like I said, 69 was the target. We tapped 69. What was the low there? 69. What was the low of that extension? My target initially was 69. We got 69 and a quarter. When you're in it, you're in it, right? You're in the zone, you're in the zone. Anyway, Trading in the Zone, Mark Douglas. He talks about it and he's like, oh, well, the pattern says this and this and this. And so then the broker or this huge trader phones up his broker and he's like, okay, watch this. And he's like, buy me 100,000 bushels of wheat or whatever the case. And then the price spikes. And he's like, oh, how about your technicals now? And it's the same thing with like what we saw there is like we had our stop pretty wide, but I can't control the velocity and the volume of how many stops are going to get popped in that move. I can have a general idea, but just because my stop gets swept doesn't mean that I give up on the trade. Like my trade idea is still valid. And that's why I think that a lot of people, newer traders, kind of mess up, is that they look at this move happening and then they get discouraged. And it's like, well, some things are just out of your control. And if you can understand that and keep your emotions at bay, then everything's going to work out. Like, I would have liked to get back in more, but I was waiting to see until the business was done. The job was finished after we did that sweep of liquidity, but I thought, whole number, maybe we're going to sweep pop above 100s because there's more stops right around the whole number of 100. Weak stops, right? Most stops are going to be like 101, 103. But the idea is that you just don't get discouraged. You continue to trade. And if your trade idea is valid and it was invalidated by the fact that you had your stop in a situation that got swept by other stops getting popped, you don't sit there and bemoan and say, oh, the market makers, they got me. This sucks. Like, whatever. It happens. You move on. If the trade is still valid, continue taking the trade. Vincent says, you mentioned they could sweep the 90s. Yeah, but my stop was in a bad spot, right? They swept all the way to 97. I thought like 92, 93 would be the pop. Like they're sweeping 90s. Right? That's what I thought. But that's okay. If the trade idea is still valid, put the trade back on. Don't worry about what just happened unless it's something that is invalidating your trade idea. Okay? So that was our first trade. Well, second trade, I guess, technically. We're up $4,200. So there you go. Sometimes trades work out, sometimes they don't. You're going to have losing trades, you're going to have winning trades. But the idea is that if you have a trade idea and the market is telling you information that doesn't negate your original idea, then stick with your trade idea. That's the point, right? That's the whole point. All right, folks, let's do a poll here. I'd like to give away some stuff. I'd like to do a poll. You know how the whole thing works here. We are currently sitting at 411 likes. So if we get up to 500, we'll do a poll. If we get it up to 1,000 likes today, I will give away some free Top Step combines. What's the upper and lower indicator? Hourly high, hourly low. It's custom. It's not available on anything that I know of, but it's a custom one that I had built for me. It's also okay too, because trading is so mentally exhausting. Wow, look at this move. trading is so mentally exhausting that it's okay that you can take the L and you just kind of sit there and just let the market rebalance itself and then get back to an area where you feel comfortable re-entering the trade or taking a new trade idea. That's okay too. But what I found, at least in my journey, is that if you can kind of hang around for a little bit longer and keep that same mental strength that you had when you were originally formulating your first trade idea, I feel like you get more EV from the market. You get more expected value. Meaning that I remember early on in my career where I would have a trade idea and almost the exact same thing that you just saw would happen. And then I get discouraged or upset and I get blindsided by those emotional interruptions. And instead of putting your big boy pants on or big girl pants on, whoever you are, and just having that mental fortitude to just stick it out and just say, okay, emotions are one thing, but emotions don't win money in the market. Emotions don't win trades. Emotions don't make money. And just kind of put those to the wayside. You just can maintain your focus and you can say, okay, is the trade idea still valid? The answer can be no, by the way. All right, the answer can be no, the trade is no longer valid, which is fine. That's not a big deal. The trade can be no longer valid. It's not a big deal. But if the answer is the trade idea is still valid, then get back in there and trade the trade. Because if something happened that's out of your control, move on. Don't get emotional about it. Okay, let's run a poll here. Will the NQ end the day above or below? Let's say 20,100. I'm actually curious what you folks think. All right, there we go. Let's hit this poll here. Rips, are you on fast markets today? I'm on tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow. I've seen other traders talking about an 84% rule where if your first setup doesn't work and the trade idea is still valid, there's something like 84% likelihood it works on the second entry. I've never heard that before, but that could be very true. I think the takeaway from today's trade is to just keep your emotions out of it. And if your trade idea is still valid, like keep focusing on that trade idea. I mean, I hesitated a little bit. I guess I could have entered almost immediately after being stopped out, but I thought because we're at an area of the market where we could sweep hundreds as well, you know, that's the only thing I can really fault myself on, a little bit slower getting back in there. And then this ad was really nice too. I mean, going full size here. I mean, we were adding on the way down for confirmation, and then this ad right here for that sweep, that break in that sweep was nice. Market makers got me. What do you think? Bearish order block from 20,180 to 20,206. Yeah, I'm looking at like 131 up there. I think that we could see that there. Can you use the trade copier with 2 combine accounts? You can copy as many combine accounts as you want. There's no limit on the amount of combines that you can trade, technically. See order book you're using? Bookmap. I requested a payout and the funds have been deducted, but my maximum loss limit did move to 0. Is that normal? Yeah, no, that's normal. Whenever you take a payout, your limit goes to 0. That's completely normal. That's why some people say, if it's your first payout, take your first payout. But if it's it didn't move to 0, yeah, you might want to contact support about that. If it didn't move. Let's see here. Wow, 61%. We have some perma bulls in here. 61% say that we're going to be closing above 20,100. Very interesting. I want to go to a larger time frame here and see. Yeah, this is what I'm looking at here. These are the key levels that I'm looking at today. I want to see this up and over 168. I mean, we had a big hesitation there. I mean, this thing has just been rinsing around. The big day this week, if you missed the beginning of the show, is going to be on Thursday. We have the man himself coming to speak, Jerome Powell. Now, by the way, we're looking to attack that liquidity at 20,100. Curious if anybody caught that long off the lows there. Morning, Ribs. Quick question on the XFA. Is the one trade per 30 days running or per calendar days? I think it's running. It's every 30 days. It's not calendar. It's every 30 any days. So, yeah, it's a running 30-day counter. You take a trade, the 30-day counter resets. I watched you had the same composure a few weeks ago when you orchestrated that house count trade after getting stopped out and got it back on the second trade. Yeah, I mean, it's just what you got to do. It doesn't update on tops of X. Sometimes it'll be deactivated if you end the day below zero. Gotcha. Take my first payout last week. I'm so happy and chill now. Nice. Made it real. Congratulations to you, Thomas. Caught the long after the break of channel. Nice work there, Peyton. No reason why, but market going up feels like it will happen. Yeah, we are definitely pushing up here. I want to see what happens at these hundreds. We do see some folks that are kind of front running this, but not a big push. It's not like we have the rocket fuel that we had on that first push. We kind of got those stops popped and out of the way there. A lot of volume exchange there in that pop. About 780 contracts there. Hey, Ribs, late to the stream today. Any trades done? Sorry, forgot to. See, here's what happens. As Ninja Trader has the scene up where it shows my total net profit, and then I switch over here and it hides it. I don't ever mean to hide the P&L. I mean, if you come in here and the P&L is not shown, I'm never meaning to hide it. There you go. Now it's back. But I'm never meaning to hide it. And people like, oh, he's having a red day. He's hiding it. It's like, dude, I'm just a lot going on over here. Sometimes it shows up, sometimes it doesn't. Sorry if it doesn't. There it is. Bro, you people coming in late asking about his trade, you can rewind and let him cook. Chef Rips. Caught the long, still 100 away from passing 4 combines. Take it slow, Doug. Take it slow. When you look at Bookmap, what are you seeing? I mean, you have particular settings. I've been using Bookmap for years. It took me about a year to kind of understand it. If you really want to learn Bookmap, you're going to have to spend a lot of time with it. So people should not be concerned with your P&L. I mean, whatever. It's fine. I'm sure it's why people show up. It's fine. I don't care. Done for the day. Going to head out completely in 15, 20 minutes. Nice session flow. All right. We are 5 minutes past the top of the hour, 6 minutes past the top of the hour. We have 568 likes. Give you folks about 9 more minutes here. If we can get the likes by 9:15, we'll stick around. We'll trade the open together. It's completely up to you folks. It's out of my control. Leaving the control up to you folks here. So if we get the likes up, we'll stick around. We'll trade the open together. If not, we'll just trade in the Discord. No big deal. What's your average contract size when entering a position? 1, 2s, and 3s, usually, depending on the situation. If I see the more contracts that you add earlier in the position, the better that it is. Each contract that you add, you can kind of say that it's a separate trade. So if you are adding contracts too late, you can have trades that are not really worth all that much. The more contracts that you're waiting at the beginning of the trade, which is why when you have a trade idea, if you're very confident in that trade idea, you should be putting a good amount of size into it, 80% of your size, and then front loading it. So, but yeah, 1s, 2s, and 3s usually. Where are the bank's order blocks? Not sure. Not here for the P&L Ribs, but Flushacito or Ripacito commentary. Well, we didn't even tag the hundreds. It's very weak. It's extremely weak that we didn't tag the hundreds. Kind of want to trade the S&Ps today, though, too. I mean, the S&Ps look a little bit cleaner. That sweep of liquidity right there that we had, that We dove down those 71s. We swept those 69s. Giggity. We get 69s in both of the markets. 69s in the S&P and the Nasdaq. But yeah, we got about 7 more minutes here. 7 more minutes if we can get those likes up here. Thanks to Friday's stream. In the weekend, I checked Nike shoes. Pretty crazy stuff. Nice. I don't like the shoes. Did I make any NFL bets this weekend? No, just MLB. Did okay. Just MLBzy. Hey, Rips, can you help me with the first-time payout policy for a funded account? I read, but I got a little confused, like minimum days and maximum payout. There's no maximum on the payout. It's 50% of whatever your balance is, 5 days of $200 or more. Tops of daily levels are hitting on ES. I traded 66 to 77, which were 2 tops of levels. I'm up 1,500 on new XFA. Let's go, Jeff. Sick. I wish you traded a lot longer in the morning. I learn more and more each time I listen to your reasons why I trade is good or bad. My trades have been much better lately. That's sick, Jam. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Appreciate you. Yeah, any other questions you have, Dev? Raj, let me know. Bet on my Phillies? Let's see. Let me see. It's kind of a blur. Let's see. Pirates? Looking for Phillies here. Doesn't look like it. I bet on, let's see, the Brewers, the Astros, Mariners, Cardinals, Braves, Giants, Pirates, Twins. And that was it. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 wins and 3 losses. So not the greatest. 5 wins out of 8 trades, 8 picks. Not the greatest, not the worst. All right, 5 minutes, folks. 5 minutes to get those likes up. Bro's got a better things to do than play a game. Oh, geez. Stop it. Be nice. Yeah, it's still winning. But it's not like I swept or anything. It's still winning. I know. Still good. Overall, $3,600 profit. Whatever. Just a weekend. Rips, new to your channel. Have seen you on Top Step, and I'm a fan. Was short with you earlier. Had my last ad at 82. Nice, Trav. Let's go. Sick. Super stoked. Oh. Yeah, some mornings we stick around longer than others. Wish it was up to me. I do like trading with our Discord family, though. It's a lot of fun. Up 803 X of A. Should I lock it? Yes. 100%. 803, so you're up $2,100 or $2,400. Sorry, $2,400. $2,400, right? You're up $2,400. If you're up $2,400 and you click some buttons this morning, like, dude, yeah, lock it up. Like, easy. Easiest question you've ever asked me. There you go. Lock it up, baby. That's good. That's some good pay right there. It's right here. Hey, Rips, where do we try the free trial Clubhouse? Right here. It's going to pop up. Nightbot should tell you. Usually it does. There it is. Right there. Nightbot will let you know. But I recommend, like, hang out on YouTube, watch the streams for about a month and see if you like the style first. You know? That's what I say. Hang out on YouTube, it's free. That's what I would do. Rips, I'm up 281. Should I lock it up? F that, bell to bell, baby. Oh, Richard. You're always so animated. Love it. How does the trailing drawdown work with Top Step? Let's say you have a 50K account, you have 10K profit, you take a payout. Does your stop still remain at 51K? So what happens, Kevin, when you get an XFA, your balance starts at $0. They don't give you 50K. It makes it a lot easier to track. And when you take your first payout, your maximum loss limit goes to $0 balance. So let's say that you made 10K, you take 5K out, your drawdown is at 5K. Let's say you made $50,000. You take 25K out, your drawdown goes to 0. You have $25,000 to draw down. Let's take something more realistic. You make $3,000. You take $1,500 of a payout. Your drawdown goes from $3,000 to $1,500 because you took half the balance out. What's your rank on the top step leaderboard? Let me see. They sent it out in the email. They didn't send an email this morning, so I don't know. Last week, I was like 280 something. So I don't know. No idea. Do you feel it's easier to trade before the open? No, not necessarily. Sometimes the regular trading hours gives you much better opportunities. What's the rule on having past combines, past 5 XFAs? They sit on the bench indefinitely. You can have as many past combines as you want. As long as you have 5 active XFAs, they sit there indefinitely. How to see the leaderboard? How? They send it out in the email, the weekly email. Well, not everybody, but yeah. For people who are on Top Step TV, they usually list what rank they are. Last week, I was like 280 something. Rip, sorry to tag, but do you know if you're allowed to copy trade 2 combines? And I don't know if you're. Are you trolling? You can copy trade as many as you want. I don't know if you're trolling or not, Olympus. It's hard to tell. Was trying to join your Discord. The link was posted again. There you go. But again, stick around and watch YouTube streams for free. I'm telling you, do that first. Was serious because I thought so, but random person told you that you can't. Dude, I copy trade. Like, I've copy traded 25 combines at once. Copy traded 50 combines at once. Like, easy peasy. What software do you recommend for charting? New trader? TradingView. TradingView all the way, baby. TradingView. All right, we're at 724 likes. We got 15 more seconds. Can we get 76 more likes? Can we do it? 75? I give you 20 more seconds. I tried. Once again, here I am trying. All right, everybody. Well, it's been a fun YouTube stream. I'm going to hang out with the Discord family, as we do. Hope you all have a great trading day out there. I tried again. We tried this on Friday. I tried to give away free stuff. Yeah, is what it is. But, all right, everybody. We'll see you bright and early here tomorrow. Take care, everybody. We'll see you then.